Hello everyone, it is me. I have returned, finally, after all this time. And yes, as you can see, it is an IS-7 battle. And as you can also see, I am not even alone. Well, I have been gone for a while since my IS-7 in Minecraft video, and this is an IS-7 in World of Tanks, aka where, the IS-7 is kind of supposed to be in. IS-7s are not supposed to be in Minecraft, but oh well. And here, it's not just any IS-7 battle. This is the best IS-7 battle I have ever done in my life. I won't give any spoilers because it's going to be much more entertaining that way. But I think you'll like it. So, let me describe what is going on. Well, one thing, I have my platoon mate, aka my dad. And yes, I play World of Tanks with my dad together. It's awesome. Now, my strat here is, this is the first time I've ever gone to this position, and I think that, oh, well, I have good turret armor, so that's good. I tried to shoot that T110 and 5, but I get stuck on a little piece of concrete, so that doesn't work out. How do I switch to? There. I have switched to my actual scope view. So I pretty much, all I do is wait for the T125 to get out of his position. Maybe try to peek. I just kind of admire the beautiful camouflage on this. This is the Murney 13 camouflage for the IS-7, and oh my gosh, I love it so much. As you can also notice right now, I am on gold because I'm fighting with tier 11s, which they have 2 Taschenrates. They have a breaker, which is also armored. So I'm trying to be as careful as I possibly can and, make all the shots count. I shoot the Type 71. Now, the thing with the E5 does not repeat itself, and I actually managed to get the shot in. Now, my reload is pretty long on the IS-7 because this is the speed build. It's not the damage one. I get a successful shot on the E5, and we're already on 1,000 damage. I mean, technically it's a pretty bad thing, but we have lost barely any HP, and this is just the beginning of the battle, so it's pretty okay so far. Now, I notice that there is a Taschenrate right there. And then the 60 TP is also moving up pretty quickly up to his position. I look at the Taschenrate and I see, oh, he has one single little weak spot. The tiny little turret cheek right there. So, the turret cheeks are a weak spot in Taschenrate, but you need, like, a minimum of, like, 300 pen to get that, I believe. As far as I'm aware. It might be, like, 290. I get into position again, and I shoot his turret cheeks again, and I penetrate again, which is awesome. Now, the IS-7 gold pen is okay. It's not bad, but honestly, it is pretty okay for a heavy tank. There you go. I penetrate yet again. So yeah, if a Taschenrate's right there, it's kind of the same case as with the mouse. If their turret is facing straight forward, then you shoot the turret cheeks. Same thing with that Taschenrate. But as you can see, he's trying to slightly angle, but it's not working out. Oh, now I forgot to commentate this. A Type 5 Heavy and a T110 E4, I'm sorry, have approached this position from the back. I have noticed that before in battle when I was actually, playing. I tried to get rid of this Type 5 Heavy, but indeed, penetration. Penetration is good on this tank, but it's not amazing enough to do stuff like this. Penetrating a Type 5 Heavy. And now with the recent buffs, it's incredibly good. I decided to go for the cupola because I decided that it would be a little less risky than going for the little hull weak spots right there. I shoot the Type 5 Heavy and destroy him. And now, as you can see, I'm doing a mission. This is for the Dravik, I believe. And I'm right about to finish this mission. This mission number 6. I'm not getting the Dravik after this battle, but, it was a pretty hard mission for me. And, I'm doing so far so good. So we are already almost at 3.5k damage. I see the Taschenrate, and yet again I shoot him in the turret cheeks. I do not know why, but in the gameplay, right before I shoot, it, just takes me out of my scope view. I really don't know why. That did not happen in battle. I stayed in scope for a little while after that. So as you can see, like, right as I shoot, for some reason, it just goes out. I don't know why. So my platoon mate is pretty low on HP. He's trying to side scrape right there. But, you know, side scraping with an IS-7, it's a pretty hard thing to do. Because of, you know, the pike nose system. It's really good when facing towards the enemy, but at an angle, it just really kills you. There you go. There is more opponents that way. There's a 60 TP, Hirschkaffer, and I believe I do not notice this until about now. And then I'm like, oh dear, this is not good. Hirschkaffer does not penetrate me. I do not know where he shot. The 60 TP does land a successful shot. There is Taschenrate, T-110E5 behind us. There are so many enemies surrounding our position. Now, I get back into this little spot right here. And as oh yeah, I finished my mission, by the way, which is nice, after I shot the 60 TP. Those guys are being, well, they used to be suppressed by the Contriever, but not anymore. So, I tried to take this position. Oh, and my platoon mate just died, which is sad. He tried to rush in, but sadly it did not end well. Taschenrate goes forward, does not penetrate me with normal shells, which is heat, which I'm kind of surprised he didn't penetrate me with that, huh? That's interesting. But he uses his little auxiliary small cannons to shoot me. I shoot a Type 71, but I do not penetrate. As you might notice, I do not know how many shells ago I ran out, but I ran out of gold, which is probably the reason I didn't penetrate that Taschenrate before, and the reason I probably didn't penetrate the Type 71. Now, the Hirschkaffer is right there. It's a potentially sweet, delicious target, and the Type 71 is still, you know, just chilling there. The other Taschenrate is probably in a pretty good position anyway, so it's way too risky to go there. I shoot the Type 71 in the track. Now, I don't know if I expected it to actually do something to it, but, you know, it didn't. But at least I tracked him and, yeah, potentially helped out my SRB destroy him. Now, the Executor on the enemy team decides to start going forward. I destroy the Executor while he's on the move. Which I know with the replay it seems like very kind of glitchy, especially when you move your turret. That's just kind of a thing that happens. So, I start moving that way. I see that the Taschenrate is now a one-shot. He'll probably be destroyed soon, like that. And now, we have turned this very disadvantageous position in this area of this flank being taken, and we were even getting surrounded on the left. We turn it into an advantageous position. I got 4.5k. We got almost 4k blocked. I shoot the artillery, and I do hit, bringing me up to a nice 5,000 damage. Now, so far so good. The SRB is hiding behind that house, but there is a much bigger problem. There is the breaker, an almost full HP breaker, right there. And the problem with that, well, that thing is very armored. Like, as you can see, I just cannot penetrate it. Even with gold, I think the lower plate is, like, the only place that I can potentially penetrate him. Now, luckily for me, the breaker decides to use HE for some reason. I do not know why, but maybe that's the only shells he had left. But it doesn't seem he had any kills, so I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Probably not, actually, now that I think about it. He wouldn't have a Tur 11 if he didn't know that HE shells aren't really that good. He's probably out of shells now. Now, he continues shooting my allies, and I decide it is time. I have to get closer to him. Oh. You might have seen, there was like a pixel of green right there, so maybe there are some weak spots that I could have penetrated. Now, the SRV has been destroyed. I can take 2 shots from the breaker, maybe 1, hopefully 2. Unless he keeps shooting HE. I shoot the lower plate, do not hit, of course, you know, IS-7, bad accuracy, whatever. I get closer to the breaker, tank another HE shot, and then shoot the lower plate and hopefully oh, I don't destroy him, but I do get a hit. And finally, the battle is won. It was a hard battle for me. I know it's only technically 5,500 damage, but for me, this is, I don't think this is my damage record, but on the IS-7 it is, and I love IS-7. Also got 3 kills. Well, alright then, let's get right into the results of the battle. Now here, as you can see, these are the results of the battle. I have them only screenshotted because this battle actually took a couple days ago. Well, actually, a couple weeks ago. So I screenshotted it, luckily for me. So, what did I get? This is one of the big reasons that this was one of the best battles. I got my first mark on the IS-7. And, I'm super happy about that, obviously. I got a mastery badge. I got steel wall. I think that's just bruiser. I'm not sure. A couple more battles that I do not remember off the top of my head. Not that much credits, not that much, XP, but, credits not a lot, because, I use a bunch of gold ammo. Here are the results of damage, kills, and all the stuff that I, did in this battle. I believe, actually, no, the breaker is there. Okay, I feel like one tank is below there, potentially missing. I'm not sure, but that might be true. I'm not entirely sure, but I think there might be a tank there. Might not be. So, 5.5k damage, 3 kills, almost 3 3/4 thousand blocked, 14 damage assist. Okay, it's better than nothing. And I spotted 2 opponents, which is also pretty nice. Alright, people, thank you very much for watching this video. I'm really happy that you took your time to watch it, and yeah, hopefully you think this was a pretty dang good battle, because I loved it. See you guys in the next one. Goodbye.